Hello students, welcome to Sumaya English Primary School, class 6th, and the subject is science, and the name of the chapter is substances in daily use. Now we will talk about the substances and objects. We can see all the substances that are made up of very small particles, and the objects are made up of substances. We can see the pictures is given of different objects. So we can say that objects have a specific shape according to their parts. For example, wood, plastic, table, chair or cupboard. By seeing this example, we can say that all the objects have their own shape. It means that we considered the properties of substances to use them for making the things. For example, their shape. Now next we will talk about the natural and man-made materials. These are very basic things which we have learned in the previous classes also. We will talk about the natural and man-made materials, which is also known as the substances. The materials that which come from plants, animals and rocks, that is from nature, is known as natural materials. The definition is given: natural materials are the materials that come from plants, animals and rocks. That means whatever the things comes from the nature, that is known as natural materials. Now in the natural materials there are two factors, that is biotic substances and abiotic substances. The factor is given here, we can say the factor also. See here we can see the examples of the biotic and abiotic. Biotic, that is the living things, that means plants, animals, fungi, bacteria. And the non-living things, that is also from the nature. These both the things comes from the natural only, but one is living things and another is the non-living things. In the non-living things, these things also comes from the nature. That is the example: water, sunlight, soil, air and temperature. We will see the definition of the biotic and abiotic. Biotic means the substances which is obtained from living things are called biotic substances. Examples: plants, animals. And the next one is the abiotic. Abiotic means the substances which are not obtained from living things, means that are also nature but is not a living things, that are called abiotic substances. Example: air, soil, water. We have seen the examples everything in the previous also, biotic and abiotic. This all comes from the nature. Now next we will talk about the man-made resources, that is the substances. Resources is also known as the substances. This is a human nature and it is created by humans, not the natural. That is known as the man-made resources. It is not available in nature, but they produced by processing naturally available substances. There are many such man-made substances which we use today. That means the definition is given here: a man-made resource is a resource which is created by the humans, but it does not occur in the nature because it is created by the humans. We will see the example here: natural material, man-made material. In the natural material, air, soil, water, sunlight, CNG, LPG, coal, petrol, fruits, minerals. This everything comes from the natural. And here is the example we can see, that is the man-made: table, chair, car, bus, TV, plastic, rubber, food, bed, blackboard. These are the man-made materials. Now next topic is how the substances are produced. That means production of substances. In the production of substances, first we will talk about the rubber. Rubber is a common word which everyone knows. Rubber is of two types, which is of the natural and the artificial. Natural means which comes from nature, that is from the gum or the sap of the trees. This natural rubber is made by the natural things. The word sap is also called the latex. Rubber has their own smell and it is white in color. Then another artificial rubber is also there, which is not included in the nature. Now next we will see how the rubber is vulcanized. That means vulcanization of rubber, how it has been processed. Vulcanization means processing here, how the rubber is processed, how it is made. Here we will see how the rubber is processed. First the rubber is heated with sulfur, which is the chemical. Sulfur is the chemical, for 3 to 4 hours. For giving this hardness to the rubber, sulfur is then mixed in it, and the proportion of mixture of sulfur depends on the rubber. For what purpose the rubber is used? For example, we will see eraser, rubber balls, rubber toys, etc. In this way, rubber is vulcanized. Now next we will talk about the paper. Here is the definition of paper. It is given. Paper is a non-woven fabric. It is a non-woven fabric. Means some fabric is the which we are woven. That means which we are weaving. But paper is the non-woven fabric, which the word is given here matted or felted sheet. It means non-woven fabric. It is mainly composed of the plant fiber. This paper is composed by the plant fiber. Paper which is made for commercially, that comes from fiber such as rags, linen which is also known as baggage, which is the sugarcane, cotton and the straw. And the modern paper is almost made from cellulose fiber. And cellulose means it is the substances that exist in the cell walls of plants, which is used for making paper. This cellulose fiber comes from wood. The another thing is, now we will see how the paper is made. Before we have talked about the rubber and how the rubber is processed. Now we are talking about how the paper is made. Paper is made by coniferous trees like pine tree. First the logs of these trees are removed and it is broken into smaller pieces. This mixture of pieces and some chemicals are kept for soaking, means for drying. Soaking means the word, it is drying for a long time. Then it forms in the pulp form. When this chemical process is completed, then the fibrous substances are separated from the wood pulp, and some dyes are added and then dried to the form of paper. In this way, paper is made. Now next we will see here the natural fibers and the synthetic fibers. Here also the fibers are of two types, natural fibers and synthetic fibers. Natural fibers which are produced by plants or animals. From the starting we are studying about the natural things only. That means whatever the things come from the nature, that is known as natural. Plants or animals, you can see the example here, it is given cotton, wool, silk, etc. That everything comes from nature, that is naturally. Now next is the synthetic fibers. It is also known as the man-made fibers. Synthetic fibers is also known as man-made fibers. These fibers are made by human beings by using the natural material. Here we the human beings are making the fibers, but here we are involving the nature also. By using the natural materials we are making this fibers. That is, the example is given: rayon, nylon, polyester, etc. Now next we will talk about the here synthetic threads or the synthetic fibers. That is, the thread is also known as a fiber. Synthetic fibers such as the polyester and the nylon, which is made from the petroleum, and it refined the product originally here. The fiber and the sewing threads are equal in quality, strong, beautiful and smooth also. This is the synthetic fiber. Now here is the example is also given, the picturization is also given. Now next is the nylon. Nylon is the thread which was invented at the same time in the New York and in the London also, and the initial was given NY for the New York and LON was given for London. At the same time, in both the places the thread was invented. That is why they combined their both the initials and given the name nylon, that is NYLON. This nylon thread have a shine, strong, and the transparent is also there. This thread is used for manufacturing clothes, fishing nets, ropes, etc. This was the topic of nylon. Now next we will talk about the rayon. In this rayon, thread, cotton and wood pulp is dissolved in a chemical. Dissolved means, that means we are soluble, we are making the solution in a chemical, and the name of the chemical is sodium hydroxide, which makes a solution. This rayon thread are obtained from this solution with the help of the machines. These threads also have shine and strength. So this is known as a synthetic silk, which is appear to be shining bright like a sun's rays. So it is named as a rayon. Now next topic is the dagron, terylene and terine. In this process, various hydrocarbons are obtained from mineral oils which are used for making polymer chains. Then this solution is pressed through a fine holes. After cooling, the fibers are formed, which is long and unbroken threads, that means which cannot be broken. Then afterwards these threads are twisted to obtain the yarn. Yarn means the thread. In this way, different types of chemicals are used for making different threads. In this way, it has been named dagron, terylene and terine. I hope so all the points are clear. Thank you very much.